What did they used to do to homosexuals in the United States?
They did bad things to
Oh,
them,
I
obviously.
thought it was founded for the homosexual to be able to put the pee-pee in the poo-poo.
Well, the point.
Let's react to some videos.
So I would challenge you on the fact that the founding fathers, while they may have been religious, didn't have any specific religion in mind when they built this country. So
what does that have to do with the prompt? The
Well,
prompt is that Christian nationalism is necessary to stop degeneracy. Do you have an argument against that?
Well, I would argue that what you want would foundationally change the essence of America and its principles that it was founded on, so much so that you would no longer recognize it
Oh,
as
really?
the America we
So
see
was
today.
porn ever illegal in America?
Maybe at certain points, but
You mean throughout most of American history?
possibly. But I feel like regardless of that,
I feel like
the
regardless of that, you should answer to the prompt. And the
Well,
prompt
yes.
is whether or not Christian nationalism is
Well-
an antidote to degeneracy, not the foundational claim of whether or not you think the foundations of America aren't supposed to allow the church and state to have a synergistic relationship.
whether or not it was
Could Christian nationalism stop degeneracy or not?
That's not theoretically, maybe, I don't know, but
Okay,
the point
well
is
then
America
why are
was
you up here?
founded.
Talk
America
about the
was
prompt.
founded to allow degeneracy.
We are finally free! Free to be degenerates!
The whole point was for people to come
No,
here
it wasn't
and express
founded
freedom.
to allow degeneracy. What did they used to do to homosexuals in the United States?
They did bad things to
Oh,
them,
so I
obviously.
thought it was founded for the
But the
homosexual to
point
be able to
is
put the pee-pee in the poo-poo.
Well, the point is to establish an official Christian religion was against all of the founding
Nobody's
fathers'
asking you to
intentions.
establish an official Christian religion. That wasn't ever in anything I said, even in the opening, that there needed to be an official religion. First of all, we have the 10th Amendment. States themselves can establish religious orders if they want to. That was always designed to be that way, by the way. That aside, what the does that have to do with whether or not Christian nationalism is an antidote to degeneracy? If you want to argue about foundational principles, we can do that later in the debate. I have prompts for that too. But how about we start with this one? What are progressives going to do about degeneracy in the nation besides fucking nothing?
Well, first, we think we need to at least get a base understanding of degeneracy. Would you just say all homosexuals in general are degenerate?
Yes, they're all sexually immoral. That's correct.
Okay,
Yes.
so if you're trying to get, are you just trying to get rid of gays? Are you trying
we
to
would
get
start
rid of?
with we would just start with gay marriage.
Okay, so you want to eliminate gay marriage
Yes,
entirely?
correct. Yes.
Okay, so you're saying that because someone is gay, they can't have any kind of progress or any kind of use in
How's that
society?
progress?
Well, I mean, gay people, I mean, you had Alan Turing, he created the Turing machine, so, you know.
What does that have to do with him getting married?
Well, if he feels that he is not wanted in society or people are like forced to basically hide themselves or leave society because
Did he
of how they
invent that
may be
machine
perceived.
when there was oppressive laws against homosexuals?
Yes, but do you
argument negated then.
Well, do you think he could have been, you know, a more successful individual had he felt free and open
How
to
would he have
express
been
his
more
ideas?
successful?
Because he has the ability to just truly be himself and try to self-actualize.
And yet it didn't stop him from doing exactly the same thing that you say he couldn't do if he was oppressed. That's really strange, man.
But he could have
Also-
done it better.
Oh, he could have. Prove it.
I can't prove
Of course
it
you
officially,
can't.
but the thing is,
It's the silliest
the
thing
whole
ever.
point, we want people to be able to actualize, you know, what they want to do. We want people to be able to self-actualize
You want
for
him to
whatever
be
they
able to
want to
self-actualize.
decide.
Should,
Yeah.
should 18-year-olds do porn on OnlyFans? They're self-actualizing, bro.
If they want to, fine.
Yeah, of
that's
course.
That's
What's
their
the antidote to degeneracy besides more degeneracy from your view? Give me one. Just give me one antidote for any degeneracy in society. One. Just one from your view.
I feel like I disagree with the idea that just
Say nothing.
those things are degenerate
Yeah,
in
you
the
have
first
nothing.
place.
You have nothing. So prostitution, not degenerate, right?
I mean, it might be, but it
Is
doesn't
it
matter.
or isn't it?
Sure, you could say it's degeneracy.
Okay, what are you going to do about it? What has the secular mind gotten in order to take care of prostitution, bro?
If anything, I would just advocate for a form of harm reduction to where that people are able to participate in a way that allows them to do it in a way where they're not hurting themselves or others, or try to just reduce any kind of dangers from it. But
So
in the meantime,
the
So in other words, you could sell butt, but just be nice about it.
neighbor's 18-year-old daughter's fine for her to get fucked by 20 guys as long as they're wearing condoms.
I mean, if that's what she wants to do, the whole
great.
point of
Sprinkle
this.
some degeneracy on it.
Okay, so I just want to make it clear: you don't care about any foundational principles of this country, what it was founded on, Constitution, Declaration. You just want to change it.
Do you understand that the prompt here is asking a specific query about whether or not Christian nationalism is uniquely in a position to do something about degeneracy?
The reason he's avoiding the prompt is because progressives don't have a moral compass when it comes to degeneracy. They don't believe in God, so what's right and wrong becomes a matter of personal feelings. Not truth, just whatever feels acceptable in your mind. Back to the debate.
The argument that you should have is, no, they're not because A, B, C, or D, or no, actually secularists are uniquely positioned to do something about degeneracy that Christians are not. And instead you came up and wanted to argue about foundational principles. It has nothing to do with the prompt. So I'm asking you to focus instead on the prompt. Tell me how it is that Christian nationalists would not be in a position to do something about degeneracy, and tell me what secularists would do about it.
So in terms of degeneracy, do you believe that let's say someone has like a high reported social well-being, they feel like they're doing well in society, they feel like they're, included and happy and stuff like that. Could you say that they report that but still would be degenerate?
Yes, you can report high side, but here's the thing that's so interesting. All of these groups that you would point to that I would consider to be degenerate report the opposite of that. Okay, they report the opposite of that. These OnlyFans girls, they're not reporting that they have really good outcomes in life or that their mental health is really good. Neither do prostitutes, neither do homosexuals. Their HIV rates are through the roof. Do you think that makes them happy? No, it probably doesn't make them very happy.
Well, I would.
Yeah, tell me if you agree with this. I know for a fact that prostitutes and OnlyFans people are not happy. They're on drugs and medication. How about gays? Gays look pretty happy to me with their little degenerate lives. I'm not sure what the statistics are, but they seem pretty happy. But I believe them. I mean, the gay person can't be as happy as a man who has like a wife and kids, and you just running around getting duped by different dudes, and then what? You're watching the game together and stuff. It doesn't really feel natural. So I can see like a gay dude not being fulfilled, not being happy. Tell me what you think. But I definitely know that you can't tell me an OnlyFans chick or a chick that's a prostitute is happy.
I'm trying to think. So if someone says, like, if we look at some of the happiest countries in the world, like say Denmark, Norway, things like that.
You mean the countries where they commit suicide at a higher rate than everybody else? Like in those Nordic nations that you're talking about? The happiest nation in the world, really high suicide rate. A lot of happy people killing themselves, bro.
Well, I'm not sure the specific suicide rate of like Norway, but I know
Denmark is finally starting to decrease. I guess all of the people there who were sad decided to off themselves.
Well, but the thing is, if you look at Denmark, they have, I'm not sure the specific numbers, but last time I checked, they had a relatively low suicide rate. Yeah. I could be double checked on that. But
maybe now, but the thing is, when you're talking about categorization too of happiness, right? These are arbitrary metrics. Do you agree or disagree? How do you come up with what makes a person happy other than they say it?
I mean, yeah, you would have to definitionally.
Yeah, so
agree.
It's not scientific to begin with. The metric for science in this is you self-report a thing, and then they can come up with data based on your self-report and measure that.
So
right?
how are you identifying degeneracy?
Metrics,
so how are you what is your metric for degeneracy and it's leading to
to start
negatives in
with,
society?
So we would start with sexual immorality, right? Do you know that just a short 100 years ago, it was somewhere around 90 to 95% of women got married as virgins? What do you think the rate is now?
I'm not sure.
And what do you think the correlation is between a woman who gets married as a virgin and what she self-reports as happiness compared to women who don't? Do you think it's higher or lower?
It depends.
No, it doesn't depend. It's higher. It's almost universally higher, especially in religious organizations where they get married as virgins.
Well, I was about to say there's a lot of other correlative factors.
That's right. There is.
So if you're in a religious organization, generally religion correlates with social cohesion and things like that. But the problem is,
so what's the big secular plan here, bro?
But here's the thing: if you, I forgot the name of the study. It was done a little while back, but basically, they looked at individuals who had high reported subjective well-being, and they found that when you have enough like social support and safety nets, any kind of benefits from religion in terms of like subjective well-being are essentially fade away.
Let's put this in practice. Can you answer me a question?
Sure.
If it was the case that I could demonstrate for you that women who got married as virgins not only reported that their happiness levels were higher than women who didn't, but that their marriages almost always stayed together, right? Compared to almost every other demographic in society, they didn't really get divorced very often, right? Well, what would be What would be your claim there? Why would you think that would be?
I'm not sure. I would imagine that it's other causative factors, tangential, maybe like some kind of social pressure to stay in a marriage. You know, there's very...
so like they don't know what they're experiencing?
I didn't say that. I'm just saying, like, you know,
what?
many religious organizations shun you if you get a divorce. It's a big problem.
So you're saying that Christian organizations can apply significant social pressure in order to keep marriages together, while the people,
I think that's wrong,
while the people report that they're happier than the people who don't have those social pressures. That's crazy.
Okay, well, I feel like you're conflating several different things together.
Really?
So when you look at when you look at like subjective well-being, religion, when you start to remove things like, you know, social like cohesion and things like that, like when you start to
you mean the things that are the pinnacles to the religion?
Well, that's part of it, but I would say that
it's not part of it.
Other things, those things
part
can
of
be supplanted by just better society, more government support.
Those things can be supplanted by like a better society. What the hell does that mean?
When you have
what
support,
does that mean?
when you have a social network, when you have an
where
environment that
are the
fosters,
secularist social networks for virgin women who want to get married? Nowhere.
Well, it doesn't have to be. It's just for people in general. Obviously, we would still need to build it.
What are the secularists offering as far as community for people? Nothing.
They're trying to build something. Obviously, there's still lots of
what are they trying to build?
They're trying, like, there's different secular groups you can join in terms of like you know, like this kind of debate. This is kind of like a secular thing. You could just join various social clubs and things like that.
Club?
I mean, I don't know, but the point
nothing.
is...
They're not offering... Listen, they're offering fucking nothing. The reason that those social pressures work so well is because they're actually applying social pressure. And the people who are operating within those confines actually are happier. They're happier than any of you secularists with your stupid groups. All right. Thank you.
Like, subscribe, and share for more videos like this. And I'll see you next time on